Bodies are just bodies. Wear what you're comfortable with. I want to focus on folks in bigger bodies and like non-traditional stuff
Let's do it.
because, if you're in a standard size body, it's easy to go and find clothes to ride bikes in. But
Yeah.
if you fall outside those norms, it can be a little bit harder. Welcome to All Bodies on Bikes, the podcast, where all bodies are good bodies, all bikes are good bikes, and all rides are celebrated.
All Bodies on Bikes is a movement to create and foster a radically inclusive bike community. So join your hosts, I'm Ellen,
And I'm Marley.
as we explore the complexities of the biking world. Help us break down barriers and create the world that we want to see.
And don't forget that all bodies really means all bodies, not just larger bodies, but bodies of all sizes,
Ages,
races,
abilities,
genders,
sexualities.
and beyond. Come along for the ride. Good morning.
Good morning. Here we are. We are fresh-faced. We've showered. We've done everything to make sure that we're ready for today, except for, in my case, pull up the notes. So let me do that.
Yeah, I was just in there working because I am, not to say you're not responsible, but
I
I am
mean,
also responsible.
I have moments of both ways.
Wait, do you have ADHD
I'm
or like
sus-
neurospicy?
I
Okay.
think I'm suspicious, and it's a lot of listening to you, listening to a few other friends, listening to Instagram say, "Hey, does this feel familiar?"
Yeah. So it's not surprising that two neurospicy women miscategorize something, but we both found it.
We did. We both found it.
Yeah. Well, what are we talking about?
Oh no.
Jinx.
Someone has to be in charge.
We're talking about clothing today.
What are you gonna wear today?
What am I going to wear
Woo!
today?
And let's do it.
After this, I'm commuting to my other job. I'm going to work at the sock store, and I had to think about what I was going to wear because I'm riding my bike there, and it is going to be chilly and rainy, and I'm out of practice of what to wear in the rain when I'm riding my
Fair
bike.
enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And I love that you're doing it anyway.
I put on some ripped-in jeans. It's my first pair of camo ever. So I've got
Ooh.
ripped-in on the bottom, and then I
Okay.
have Shredly on the top.
Smart.
It's really not anything cycling specific because I'm going 2 miles.
Sure.
Yeah, which I think is probably a decent place to start. You
Okay.
can wear anything riding a bicycle.
Yay! I agree.
But
I wear
yeah,
everything.
I wear anything and everything. I've never ridden naked. Have you ever ridden naked?
I have not. I like the idea of underwear, making sure that the seat doesn't go where I don't want it to go.
Yeah, same.
After that, though, I would love to. I feel like this might be a Europe Ellen activity.
Mm.
Europe Ellen is different than American Ellen.
What if you came
So
to Portland? We have a big world naked bike ride up here. I've
maybe.
never done it.
Let me know when
But
it is. If it's in the cold, I'm not going to do it.
no, it's in the summer.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
know.
Although they did recently have one, I think it was in November, to protest. They had a naked bike ride protest, which is like the most
Oh my
Portland
God.
thing ever.
Yes, agreed. That's
So,
incredible.
yeah,
Yeah, let me know the date.
I will. I'm a little nervous. Well, I'm not nervous yet, but just theoretically nervous because I think my boobs are a little big to ride untethered.
Untethered. That's a good point. You could, I don't know. I feel like there's going to be a creative solution to that. Maybe that's a good thing for an Instagram comment box. How would you handle this situation?
That's when All Bodies on Bikes got an R rating.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe not.
It's okay. Bodies are just bodies. And that's
Bodies
one
are
of the
bodies.
things I think I want to talk about today. It's like bodies are just bodies. Wear what you're comfortable with. Yes, there are quote unquote rules of like what you're supposed to wear and like the height of your socks. But that's not the kind of cycling that we do or love. Can I tell you a fun story about cycling clothing and
Of
All
course,
Bodies on Bikes?
always.
All Bodies on Bikes was started in 2021 when the film came out. But for years prior to that, both me and Kaylee is our co-founder and board president, had been doing like size advocacy in cycling clothes. This was sending messages to brands on Twitter and writing articles because we couldn't find clothing that fit us. And that was really what bonded us together to start this work. I ran across her on Instagram in 2018. She was riding across Alaska. It was a trip that was sponsored by Specialized, and they did not make a raincoat that fit her. And so she's talked about like being super, super cold. And you can look at her photos and see what she's wearing. And it's like, oh, yeah, you were in the Arctic Circle, and that is not an appropriate jacket.
Yeah.
So you can attribute all bodies on bikes to the fat phobic fashion industry.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! And here we are today talking about clothing. I think I want to focus on folks in bigger bodies and like non-traditional stuff
Let's do it.
because if you're in a standard size body, it's easy to go and find clothes to ride bikes in. But
Yeah.
if you fall outside those norms, it can be a little bit harder.
Yeah.
So I guess one of my questions for you: why do people wear specific things cycling,
That is a good question.
or why
And
do
it has
you like?
why do I?
Do you wear special things when you ride a bike?
I have. It depends for me, it depends on the distance and the reason and the weather. So I'm very much a commuter cyclist, but got into cycling because of doing a long distance bike ride over like a 2-day thing. And so that is where you have to have the right clothing so that you are comfortable, not like not like this feels good, but comfortable like I don't have sores on my butt after 3 hours in the saddle and then doing it again the next day.
Yes.
So, there's a lot that goes into wearing the right clothes.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I kind of break it down into like comfort, like you talked about, safety, honestly.
Mhm.
Baggy jeans. It's kind of silly. The jeans I'm wearing today are a little bit baggy because that's like the new style. Like it gets caught in my chain. And so making sure that your
Oh, really?
clothing is not going to get caught in your bicycle in any
Yeah.
way. And then I would say another big part is shoes. I
Mhm.
am notorious. People get very mad at me on the internet for wearing all sorts of shoes when I'm riding my bike. But it's true. There are specific shoes that are going to make you more comfortable and efficient, and we'll talk about that.
Yes. If
Yes.
we were gonna start with we've hit on comfort a little bit. Do we wanna dive? Are there more specific things we wanna dive into for comfort?
Yeah. Yeah. I think
Let's
we should
go.
spend some time talking about padded bike shorts.
Okay.
So I think padded bike shorts. So our last episode was about bike fit, and we talked
Mhm.
about, making sure your saddle is the right size for you and not a super wide one, and it matches your sit bones and all that. But another key component is padded bike shorts. So if you're on a properly fitted bike with the right width saddle, your butt bones are gonna be right against that saddle and they are
Mhm.
going to get sore really quickly because bones don't have a lot of padding. And so that's where padded bike shorts come in. Um, typically they are gendered, men or women. I've never seen any unisex bike shorts, but I guess it
No.
doesn't really matter because they're all constructed the same way. It's just a preference of like how big you want the pad to be. So the pad that's inside your bike shorts is called a chamois. It looks like chamois.
Yeah,
Um,
it's very French.
it
If
is
you
very
don't speak French,
French.
it looks like Chamex or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But essentially, it's just the padding that's sewn into your shorts. Fun fact: it can also be used as a menstrual pad in a pinch.
I
Ask me
did
how
that
I
this
know.
week. Yeah. I just did it because my menstrual cycle is out of whack and I was out of options.
Yeah, yeah. I've had my period start on very long rides, and then you go to the bathroom, you're like, "Oh, I had no
Yeah.
idea," but
Yeah.
turns out it works really, really well.
We
Um,
have a whole episode about that too.
we do. Go listen to it. Anyway,
So yeah.
so yeah, padded shorts is the main reason for comfort. A couple
Mhm.
other things I think about is like Um, I like wearing tight clothing when I'm on the bicycle because, well, a couple reasons. One of them's kind of silly. I feel like Superman when I wear it. It's like
Ooh.
it like it like
Is that the right I don't know if I have the right song.
I don't know either. I think so. But
But
it like sucks it all in and it just makes me feel like very like a superhero and sleek and efficient and like I'm in a wind tunnel.
okay,
Um
I love that.
but the other thing too is it does just make you more efficient. You don't have things like flapping in the wind or getting
Yes.
caught in your chain or anything like that.
You
So
haven't accidentally created a parachute to
exactly.
literally create more drag.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny because not all types of cycling use tight clothing.
There's I guess not like mountain biking
Yeah,
doesn't not required, but that's you're not trying to be sleek
yeah,
on when you're mountain biking. So it
exactly.
does change with the type of riding you wanna do, and again, how long you wanna do it. If you're gonna do a 10-mile toodle, then that's you wear anything you want.
Yeah,
If you're gonna do 50 miles across 2 days, you need to think about this. There's one thing I wanna add about, bike padding though, is
please.
that there's lots of thicknesses to choose from,
Yeah,
and it makes a big difference. There's different kind of viscosity to it, right?
yeah,
So, it could be foam, it could be gel. There are lots and lots of options, and it can just affect how you feel and how you ride in the saddle.
yeah.
Do you have any suggestions for people who have no idea and want to try stuff.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, once you put something on next to your nether bits, you're
Yeah.
not gonna return that to the store, or at least please
Im-
don't return that to the store.
Important note to always say, don't wear your underwear with
Yes,
your chamois. Don't wear your
exactly, with
underwear
your
with
bike
your bike
shorts.
shorts.
Don't wear your
Not
underwear. I
designed
mean,
that way.
you can do whatever
Extra
you want
friction.
because
Bad news.
you're a grown adult, but you really don't want to. Trust us on this. Do not
Yeah.
wear underwear with your bike shorts. Um, Yeah, I would say, like buy a middle of the road price point.
Okay.
Pearl Izumi makes some good, trusted. People have been using it for years and years and years. I will say Pearl Izumi is not the most size inclusive. Um,
Okay.
Long story there. We can talk about that if you want to.
Oh.
But Pearl Izumi, Shredly, there's even some Amazon brands where just you can get some that aren't super expensive and just try it and see.
Okay.
I would say also like depending on how you're riding your bike might impact the type of padding you want to wear. So, for example, when I'm riding my commuter bike, if I'm going for a longer ride, I do want some padding, but I'm in a much more upright position versus like my gravel
Mm.
bike where I'm in a more aggressive position. So I like different chamois for that.
Yeah.
And that might be too in the weeds, but I would say, yeah, look for something. I mean, honestly, look on Poshmark, look on ThreadUp. Folks will often sell them. Sometimes on eBay, you can find overstock. There's
Hmm.
lots and lots of deals to be found out there. So just try things, and then if it doesn't work, you can always resell it to other folks.
That's a good shout too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fun fact, actually, I got my first cycling kit at Goodwill.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Like the whole
Um,
kit? That's impressive for a
well,
Goodwill.
yeah, I got shorts and I got like 3 jerseys. I don't know if they still do it, but the Seattle Goodwill used to have like a cycling specific sale where they would pull everything together, and you could search through it. And so
Oh, that's a smart idea.
yeah, and for me, like, that was the only way I could afford the stuff,
Mhm.
and it gave me an opportunity to try things,
Yeah.
and I'm not squeamish, like, if things are washed, it's fine.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah,
You can always take it home and wash it first too.
exactly,
If
and
you
of
are
course I did that, yeah,
assuming you'll be
because
fine. Yeah.
I used to think that thrift stores washed everything they got. They don't.
What an excellent tip. I would not. I assumed that too. So
Like
we've all learned something today.
yeah, but you think about the operations of a thrift store, like, where and how would they have the time to wash and dry things?
I don't know. I was just hoping that they did.
Yeah, no, I don't think thrift stores wash your clothes before they put them out to
They all smell like the same soap though,
I think that's just the permeation of
the thrift store.
the thrift store. Because have you noticed that every single thrift store, no matter where you go, smells the same?
Moving on. Okay, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna talk about, like, the aesthetics of different kinds of riding. I'm gonna bucket these into, like, 3 main buckets of, like, mountain biking, like, casual cycling, and then gravel and road. I'm gonna
Okay.
put gravel and road together because, let's be honest, everybody kind of looks the same riding that.
Yeah.
So I think let's start with gravel and road because I think that's the most
Mhm.
like stereotypical cycling outfits that you see folks wearing.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Middle-aged men in lycra, mammals.
mammals. Yep. And it's a lot of lycra. It's tight fitting. It's oftentimes bright colors. It's like aesthetic stripes. It's socks at a certain height. And it's just a big old fashion show. I enjoy it. It's kind of fun, but at the same time, it can be really intimidating, especially if you don't have clothes that
Mhm.
fit into that. But the main reason that folks are wearing those type of clothing is because it makes sense out there. You don't want things flapping around in the breeze. You don't want, streamers coming off your off your rear end. Just like a very sleek, easy to access, lots of pockets everywhere.
Yep.
One of my favorite things that's happened in the last 10 years is cargo pockets everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you used to not be able to find like pants or shorts with cargo pockets, and now they're everywhere.
I love a good pocket.
I do too.
I like that a lot of leggings, and I think a lot of bike shorts are starting to have that pocket, like, up on your thigh too.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with the cargo shorts.
Oh,
Yeah.
I sorry, I took that as, like, a '90s cargo shorts,
Oh,
like,
no, that's just what
down
they
by your
call it. They
knees.
call it, like, cargo bibs. Oh, this is a good thing we should talk about, bibs versus bike
Ooh,
shorts. Do
yes.
you have a preference?
I think I do, but I haven't ridden anything, like, with, bike shorts in a while. I think I would prefer bibs now.
Me too. Why
I
do you prefer bibs?
because they stay up way better.
Yeah.
I don't have to think about, did it roll in a way that now it's digging in, or is it like, do I need to hike it up halfway through? I do have a question though about going to the bathroom
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah,
in bibs, because I know that this is a passion of yours.
yeah. So, I get let's back up. Bibs
Oh
are
yeah,
cycling shorts or pants that go up and over your shoulders. It's like
like overalls.
yeah, they're like overalls, exactly. And there's lots of different construction of them. But I always go for bibs that have what's called a drop tail feature, which literally means you can pull your shorts down in the back and go pee. Um,
So you do not have to take the straps off your shoulders. You can. It's just like, is it stretchy enough, or is
yes,
it a, like
yes.
a snap situation?
Different brands have different things. I prefer the Shredly ones. I actually got to test out their new long length fleecy pants, which are chef's
Oh
kiss
yeah.
amazing. They'll be coming out soon.
Mm,
But yeah, Strudley just has like a stretchy version where you just kind of pull it down and then you're able to squat or, use a toilet or whatever, and then pull it back up. Um,
nice.
yeah. So I would say if you are bib curious, look for that feature because they are not all made that way. And then
Yeah,
you are looking at, taking off multiple layers, taking straps down, getting pretty darn exposed.
pretty naked.
Yeah, which can be a pain, especially if you're in a hurry or just want to be efficient with your time. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but those are the
Okay.
main reasons that I always get that question of like, why do you choose bibs? And same, it like holds my belly in. It's not gonna the
Hmm.
band isn't gonna roll down under my belly, any of that stuff. So
Yeah. I
yeah,
just remembered I totally have a pair of bibs, and they are fleet. They're for winter. I'll have to dig them back out because they are
yes,
great. Oh my gosh. It's just like we're only just now into winter riding here. So, but
it's
yeah,
still like 55 degrees out here. It's kind of
good for
wild.
you.
I know.
It's not that here. It's much, much, much lower. I think it's 50 degrees lower,
Oh God, yeah, that sounds awful. So,
but maybe not that dramatic. Maybe it's just below freezing,
but still,
but
that's
still.
cold. Hey, Ellen, quick pause on the thing we're actually talking about to talk about something that's really, really important. Did you know that All Bodies on Bikes podcast is actually part of the All Bodies on Bikes nonprofit?
Are you saying that everything we do is about making the cycling world more inclusive and more welcoming for everybody?
That's exactly what I'm saying. And one of the best ways to support that work is by becoming a member. We have individual memberships, we've got bike shop memberships, we've got industry memberships, we've got it all.
Any membership helps fund inclusive events, education, and advocacy, and it keeps this podcast going. Plus, members get some pretty great perks like exclusive swag, industry discounts, and more.
So if this community means something to you, which we really hope it does, we would love to have you join us as members.
You can learn more, and you can join us at allbodiesonbikes.com. And now, back to the episode. What were we even saying?
We talked about bibs. We talked about gravel road is like, yeah, your sleek stuff. You're looking at brands. I don't even want to talk about brands because most of those brands aren't size inclusive.
Okay.
One brand I will throw out there though is Champion System.
Okay.
They are the ones who make the All Bodies on Bikes kits. Okay, this is actually really, really cool. You can buy bibs, you can buy bike shorts, you can buy jerseys, you can buy mechanic shirts, you can buy like long sleeve trail jerseys, which is more the
Okay.
baggier style, all with the All Bodies on Bikes logo. And we've got
Nice.
two different styles. We've got like really bright and kind of pink and purple, and you've probably seen it all over our Instagram.
Hmm.
But we just released an all black kit. So
Nice.
much more understated. It still has like a little neon All Bodies on Bikes logo. But those are for sale through our website. The coolest thing about Champion System, though, is each piece is made to order. So one of the things about cycling kit is like sometimes the arm length is like down
Hmm.
to your elbow and you might not like that, so you can customize the sleeve length, you can customize the collar height. So some people like a tall
Oh my
collar,
God.
some people like a short collar. You can even do sleeveless. Anyway, it's really, really cool. You can get into like all the little nuances, and
Yeah.
All Bodies on Bikes gets a cut of it. So, and
Incredible.
it goes up to a 6X, which is the most size expansive that I've seen, which is why we chose
Okay.
them. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
I love that customization feature though. I didn't know that.
yeah,
'Cause that's where I would thrive.
it's really, really cool. I will say, and we've had folks up to about 4 or 5X try it, and it seems to be pretty true to size. It's like,
Okay.
but things do tend to get a little bit longer, and so still a little bit of a design challenge. But so just be aware if you are in some of those bigger sizes, you might get some super extra long sleeves, but that's something that a tailor can take care of really
I
quickly.
see.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah,
have a little wiggle room in your budget just in case.
exactly. And it's or just deal with the longer sleeves. Like it's fine. You just push them up a
Yeah.
little bit. That's what I do.
Okay. That is exciting though.
It
So
is exciting.
we will drop a link to that in the comments.
Yeah. Not the comments,
Okay.
the show notes.
You know,
Same thing.
same.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm being so particular right now.
How rude.
Oh,
Well, we'll make it clickable. That's the main
yes.
thing. That's the main takeaway.
Yes. Should we talk about mountain biking or commuting next? Because they're kind of similar.
Mm. Why don't we do mountain biking? Because I'll have very little to add to that, and
Okay.
then we can both hop in for commuting.
Yeah, so mountain biking tends to be like a baggier style aesthetic.
Mhm.
Again, you can wear whatever you want
Yeah.
when you're riding your bike. It doesn't matter. I will often go out wearing spandex on my mountain bike, but typically folks will wear baggier stuff, longer shorts. So oftentimes both men and women will have shorts that go down to their knees for protection purposes,
Mm.
and then folks will often wear protective clothing underneath that. And so like knee pads, elbow pads, chest pads, etc.
I
I
see.
will say for folks in bigger bodies, this is still a big challenge. It's something that's been on my list forever to, do some advocacy and to reach out to brands to try and make bigger protective clothing. I just haven't done it yet. But so if
Okay.
anybody knows of brands that are making size inclusive, like knee pads, elbow pads, body pads, let us know. We would love
Mhm.
to give them some love. And then commuting.
Yeah.
This runs the gamut. I think
Sure.
depends on how far you're commuting and what your aesthetic is. When I used to bike commute in Seattle, I would almost always ride in dresses. Um,
Same. Not in
it-
Seattle,
yeah,
but
it riding in dresses is super easy.
mhm,
It's you feel cute and you
you
feel
do.
I don't
I
know.
feel like I'm just breaking all the norms. I
Same.
feel like I'm representing us all when I ride in a dress.
Yeah. And
But
part of the reason I was able to do that is because my commute was super, super short. It was like less than
mhm,
a mile or two downhill.
yeah.
If I was going to get sweaty, I would wear something different and then change clothes.
When I was in London, I would just cool off as much as I could before I went to the office. It was a pretty small office. I wasn't in a super professional client-facing role, so there's a lot of variables that allowed me to just kind of be a sweaty mess for 30 minutes at my desk.
Yeah,
Um, if it was raining, I would wear different stuff so that I just wasn't sopping wet when I would sit there.
that
But
makes sense. Well,
yeah,
I think that's a good segue. Let's talk about rain.
let's
Um,
do it.
I love my clever hood.
Tell me more about what that is.
So it is unlike a traditional raincoat in that it is more of like a poncho parka style. They do have a couple different styles. They have an anorak that is a little bit closer to your body, but their traditional rain cape is just what it sounds like. It's like a big cape that you wear that has little thumb holes in the front. So you can put your thumbs in. We'll have to show a picture, but you can
Okay.
put your thumbs in and still grab your handlebars. And so then the cape kind of extends over the front of your body and keeps your torso and your legs dry.
Okay. I'm picturing like it makes like a pyramid shape when you're
Yeah.
wearing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the nice thing is super, super size inclusive.
Sure.
Because raincoats traditionally are not like that's where we started this conversation 10 minutes
Mm,
ago. Like finding a raincoat for a plus size body can be very hard.
yeah.
But rain capes are phenomenal.
Well, and it sounds like it would also double as kind of a mud guard and more than that, like you're just covered.
Exactly. And
Okay.
they're often in very fun colors and patterns with like reflective bits in, which,
Perfect.
especially in the rain, can be really good to make sure cars and drivers see you.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Another bonus about Cleverhood is they have an all bodies on bikes line. Actually, they have like a whole street equity line of capes for different organizations, like for Bike Bus and a couple others, where you get
Oh,
our little logo on it, and then we get like 20% of the
holy
sale
cow.
price, which is
Nice.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cleverhood is not a big business by any means, but they are like committed to supporting bike advocacy organizations, including us.
Oh,
So
very exciting. I will have to go look because I did get a new jacket recently, but not it is like rain-ish, but not good rainy. Does it wait, okay, this is gonna sound stupid. Does Cleverhood have a hood?
yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah, and the best
Does it
part
go
about
over
the
your helmet?
no, I think it goes under your helmet,
Okay.
and it has, like, a little brim, and the point is so you could still see, while your, like, head is
Oh,
being protected.
I get because yes. that makes sense. Otherwise, your helmet would just pivot
Exactly.
within the hood.
Yep.
Okay.
I have actually I have a Pearl Izumi raincoat that they made in 3X a couple years ago. I was actually in Bicycling Magazine as like that was my like gear pick of the year because it
Oh,
came in up
cool.
to 3X. I don't think it does anymore, but I
Of
will
course.
say that one is interesting because your hood is meant to go over your helmet, and you're right, when you turn your head, you're just looking at the inside of your rain jacket, which doesn't
Mhm.
work out so well.
Nope, it's, doesn't help with visibility.
Yeah.
You mentioned reflective stuff. Do you wanna talk about safety real fast?
Yeah, be bright, be seen. Oh my gosh, I wish I had it close to me so I could just hold it up. I just got this really cute, bright pink, lacy construction vest.
Oh, awesome.
Uh,
I've seen those. I had a friend send me the Instagram ad, I think, for, like, the vests that are starting to be lacy and cute and scalloped edges and
exactly,
things that you want to wear so that you don't feel like you look like a high vis lumberjack.
exactly. Although I will say, for folks in bigger bodies, especially, truck stops have an incredible selection of high vis gear. I
Oh,
realized this when I was driving across the country a couple years ago. Truckers are often bigger bodied individuals, and so they have vests, they have jackets, they have beanies, they have gloves, they have the whole gamut of
of
high vis stuff,
course.
which is incredible.
What a sleeper tip.
Yeah,
Makes so much sense, and I would have never gone to that spot.
yeah.
That's so smart.
Yeah. Um,
Okay.
yeah, especially just because the cycling world doesn't make stuff for bigger bodied folks, especially the more technical things. You know, you might be able to find a pair of bike shorts in your size, but when it
Mhm.
comes to like the accessories and technical stuff, like good luck. But
Yeah.
don't be afraid to look outside the cycling industry, the construction industry, truck driving. They've all got size inclusive things because their workers come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, and would tick a lot of the weatherproof boxes because they work in all conditions.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, what a
Brr, brr,
fun
brr.
Venn diagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Neat.
That's my hot tip of the day.
I love that hot tip of the
Thanks.
day.
Yeah.
What else are we forgetting? I think we're kind of coming to the end.
I think so too. I think the other thing is just how to stay warm. Layers.
Ooh,
Layers
yeah.
are your friend.
And I just saw something on a Discord about what type of fabric to wear so that you're not the moisture actually evaporates.
Yes. Was it wool?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think maybe just not synthetics.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So
Okay.
many cyclists swear by like merino wool, which can be a little bit price prohibitive, but you can often find it at thrift stores. But base
Mhm.
layers made out of wool are incredible because it's going to wick away the sweat, and you'll be able to breathe and work out. But the other thing I'd say on this is especially if you're going for like a spirited ride where you're going to get warm, wear layers. Be prepared to take them off because you will get warmer than you think.
Agreed. You do a lot of energy output, and that makes you warm.
Precisely.
Well, this has been very helpful. If anybody who is listening has further questions, where should they find us?
On Instagram.
Perfect.
Yeah, at All Bodies on Bikes, or you can go to our website, allbodiesonbikes.com, and you can submit emails there. You can submit questions there. You can tell us what you think. You can tell us what you don't think. I don't know. Reach out, say hi to us. You can also leave comments on Spotify, and
On YouTube.
on YouTube.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, go ride your bike, wear whatever
Happy
you want,
riding.
be warm, be seen, and enjoy your ride.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Wait, before we go, can I
Okay.
do something self-promotional?
Of course. I think
My
so. I don't know.
It's
It's
our
your
podcast. We
podcast.
can do whatever we want. So I wrote a children's book, which you may or may not know,
I do know.
and it is available for pre-sale right now. We're gonna put the link in there, but my publisher is like, Marley, you need to be as oh,
I got the t-shirt.
you got the t-shirt. So there
Yeah.
are t-shirts, there are baby onesies, there are kid shirts, there are buttons, there's art prints, and there's also the book. Like, look at these illustrations. They are
They're
incredible.
delightful.
They're so cute, and it's just like, if I do say so myself, a very cute story. So this will come out in April, but pre-order is on now. If you just go to
Awesome.
ragtagbestfriendsbicycleclub.com, or we'll put a link in the show notes.
We'll put a link in the show notes.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me be self-promotional. Thanks for sticking around with us, being great listeners, and let us know what else you want to hear us blab about.
Yay!
All right.
Bye, friends.
Bye.